We begin with those revelations from that March phone call between Prime Minister Mark Carney and U.S. President Donald Trump. Sources told our colleagues at Radio-Canada that Trump mentioned Canada becoming the 51st state in that call, something Carney didn't mention at the time, though he confirmed it today.
Yeah, he absolutely did. He absolutely did. Look, the president has certain things in his mind that he reverts back to all the time. But treated me as the Prime Minister, not as something else. I'm not even going to say the word he used to use about my predecessor. Treated me as the Prime Minister. We had discussions as sovereign nations. We agreed as sovereign nations that these negotiations will begin after the election on Monday.
With that election just 4 days away, the other party leaders pounced on this story and questioned why Carney wasn't upfront with Canadians.
I'm worried, I think as a lot of Canadians are worried, that if Mark Carney's not being straight up with us, he's not going to be straight up with us in the negotiations. And workers are worried about what's going to be on the table.
He wanted to make a statement. I am Mark Carney. I'm the best of them all. I'm a great negotiator. I have managed crisis in the past. I would change the world. Trust me. And it appears that it never happened.
Well, that's a question for Mr. Carney to answer. I wasn't there. But what's clear is we will stand up for our sovereignty. We will never be an American state. And we will focus on what we can control, which is to reverse the disastrous liberal economic policies that Mark Carney advised Justin Trudeau to take.
The CBC's Ashley Burke is following Carney's campaign this week. Ashley.
Liberal leader Mark Carney faced questions today about if he was being truthful and transparent with Canadians about his call with Donald Trump last month. After the two leaders spoke on March 28th, I asked Carney about it. He said Trump respected Canada's sovereignty in his private and public comments. But Radio-Canada learned Trump did bring up the idea of Canada being a 51st state on that call. After being asked by journalists today about it, Carney confirmed that's true, but said Trump brings it up all the time and that during their call, the U.S. president absolutely did respect him as Prime Minister and respect Canada. He says they both agreed as sovereign nations they begin negotiations after the election about its economic and security relationship. Now, Carney has based his entire campaign around this pitch that he says he's the best one to take on Donald Trump and win the trade war. The Liberals' message again today is just how real that threat is, especially after Trump said just yesterday Canada as a state works great and suggested auto tariffs could go up.